Well, howdy folks. Hey, I'm here on my back patio today. Going to do something a little bit more specific. Most of you probably won't want to see this video, but if you do, that's fine. It's very specific to Camp Chef Woodwind Pellet Grill owners. This isn't a review of the grill, although I will tell you something about this grill. So this is the Camp Chef Woodwind Pellet Grill. This is the 36-inch model. I had a 24-inch model. I loved it, but I needed more space, so I bought the 36-inch model, gave the 24-inch to one of my sons, and I think he still uses it. This one's a couple years old, almost 2 years old. One of the things that drew me to the Camp Chef over several of the other brands was the way you empty the ash out of this. Now, some of those others, every 2 or 3 cooks, you got to take all of the insides out, all of that out, and vacuum the fire pot and all that stuff out. With the Camp Chef, they came up with this cool design here. I'll show you real quick. We have a lever right here that you pull out, push it back in, and what it does, it dumps all of that ash into a cup, and you can take it off, and all the ash is in this cup. So you can just dump the cup and then put it back up there, and you're ready for the next cook. You don't have to worry about pulling everything out, vacuuming it all out. So that's the main thing that drew me to this one. But since I've had it, I've loved it. So what happened was, on Thanksgiving, I was smoking a turkey breast in the morning. Got that all smoked, and then I was going to smoke some green beans. Came out here to restart this, and my controller quit. So when I turn it on, I get nothing. Sometimes I'll get it, it'll flicker, the screen will flicker. So, of course, I start doing some troubleshooting, making sure it's got the right power to it. It did. Everything was good, but it would not operate my grill. So I got on the website and submitted a warranty claim. Very short time. Got an email back that they're going to send me a new controller, which they did right here. So now I got to put the new controller in. So, good news. Very quick getting my new controller from Camp Chef. Bad news. It's December 5th. It's not cold, but it's nippy. Other bad news. I have to lay on the ground because I have to take screws out from underneath here, and that's where all the wiring attaches. The other good news is it's supposed to be pretty easy to change. So I'm going to go through how to replace this controller. Like I said, it's very specific. Hopefully it'll help someone. The Camp Chef with these controllers has 4 inputs for probes that come with it, and they're Wi-Fi, so, which I think everything is now. So anyway, I'm going to get started on this. First thing I got to do is take these 2 screws out. One of the bad things about this controller was there were no instructions in the box that it came in. I looked on YouTube, couldn't really find anything. So I'm just going to go through the process here. I don't think it'll take long. I probably won't show you setting up the controller. And I just dropped the screw right down in there. So now I gotta try to fish that out. Okay, so I just let it fall down in there because I gotta take that bottom pan off anyway, so it should be down there. So we should be okay getting that screw back. All right, so now the other bad news is I have to lay down on this concrete. I'm getting old and it's hard to get down there, so we're gonna try it. But before I do, I'm gonna get my cutters. I'm gonna get some zip ties to retie the wires together, and hopefully I won't need anything else, because if I can get down there once and get everything done, I'll be much happier. Okay, so I'm anticipating needing 2 zip ties, so I grabbed 6, 8. That's just how I roll. Pliers, screwdriver, the controller where I can reach it. And now I'm going down. Try not to get old. It's definitely not for the young. Oh! So here we are under the grill. Got 2 screws here, 2 screws here, 3 screws on the side. Once you get those screws out, you take this cover right off of there. Now, one thing about this you'll notice, all of these connections are labeled. You got B, A, B, and C. And they're the same on the new controller. A, B, and C. And then you got a couple little ones. So, I'm going to cut this zip tie off. I know I don't need to say it, but if you cut a zip tie, be careful not to cut the wires. A lot of times on something like this, I'll take a picture. And I'm not really worried about it because everything's labeled good. There's another zip tie up there. Let's get that cut. Get those down. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect these wires. Should have to push this tab in and unplug them. So I think that's all of those. Oh, see, I forgot something. Right there's a nut holding that green wire on, so I got to get that. I'm going to have to get some pliers or a little wrench. That means I got to get up and then get back down. I know, Sonny, I know. Okay, so I cheated a little bit. Instead of getting up, I just used my cutters. Just got on the edge of this nut and it's not that tight, so able to get it loose. Okay, so that should be everything. I should be able to pull the old one out. And I did. And I got the screw that I dropped down in there. So I need to run my wire down through the opening. Like that. I'm going to hook up the green wire first, so I'm not too crowded in there. Put it back on there, the nut on there. Now, whatever you do, do not tell anyone I used these on a nut. Remember that. Just a little snug there, that's all you need. Okay, now, if I know my alphabet, I can go A to A, B to B. Where's B? Uh-oh, one of them's not marked. There's B. Okay, these are not marked. That one. So somehow I got this. Oh, there's C. C to C. C to C, not C to shining C. It doesn't shine. And then the one that's not marked to the one that's not marked. Okay, now I need the end. Where'd that little one go? All right, I'm missing one. Where's he at? Oh, here it is, hanging right down here in front of me. Little one goes to the little one. Okay. So I'm going to zip tie this up here. Do you have to have them? No, but might as well get them all together so they're not in the way. Just going to tie them all together like that. You can do what you want to do. It's still a free country most of the time. Get the cover back on. Don't make fun of my cobwebs up in here now. You don't need to judge. Now, most people, if they're smart, they would go ahead and test everything before they put this all back together. But I'm not smart. And if it doesn't work, I'm not taking it apart again right now anyway. So I'm just going to put it together. Pro tip, amateur tip, since I'm not a pro. You can use a drill on this or an impact. Just be careful with that because these are tiny screws and you will run them in too far and they'll strip out. So that's why I'm using this one. even though it hurts my hands. Doing it anyway. Okay, so I got those 2 screws back in, snugged up, so that the weather seal sealed up against the metal. All right, here we are, the moment of truth. I'm plugged in. Let's turn this sucker on, see if it powers up. Okay, I got power. So there we go. Since this isn't a Camp Chef video, I'm not going to go through setting the controller up. If you're replacing this, you already have one, so you know how to set it up. So I'm going to get that done. And that's really it for this one. So appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hope God blesses you, and I pray that you have a wonderful day.